Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to Next Gen AI with Sai YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn about the new agentic development kit, or I can say new framework that Google has released called as a ADK, that is Agentic Development Kit. In my previous videos, we have learned about the lang graph, we have learned about the lang chain, how this framework is helpful to build a Gen AI application. So in one of my previous video about LangChain, we built a RAG-based application. In my LangGraph, we use a workflow-based agentic framework. Okay, though these videos or these sessions are preliminary, but at least it gives you the idea how how this framework can be used for your own agentic-based application development. But in today's session, we are going to focus on the another framework that Google has released, or I can say a software development kit that Google has released for the building the agentic based applications. Before we are moving to deep down into this, I really wanted to say thanks to this Medium article that helps me to create this video uh, using this Google ADK. Okay, so I would insist you can just please go through this Medium article. The free version is also available if you do not have the premium access to the Medium. But it is really good article where you can go step by step, and same steps I am going to follow in this video. Okay, so thanks to that person, let me take the name, the Pasindu Rangana, who did this. So thanks to him for the nice article. Okay, let's not wait and deep down into how this Google ADK works. So the Google ADK is something, it it gives a open source model. It gives an open source library. It means that it doesn't means only you can limit your ADK to only the Google. You can use any large language model, though it's an open source or GPT based model. Okay, but you can use any open source model that you have. So the first and the foremost, it's a model agnostic. Okay, so you can use any model. Second, deployment agnostic means you can deploy to anywhere, whether to Google Cloud or any other cloud, or you can also deploy locally. When we do the deployment in today's session, I can share with you there are multiple way Google ADK also provide a one line of code to deploy on web app or to cloud as well. So there are, we can talk about it in some time. Third feature is that it has a interoperability. So when I say interoperability means you can easily integrate this your agentic application with existing service, with existing tools, or even agents built using other framework as well. Let's say you have built agent with using other framework, you can also integrate with that framework as well. Okay, so it is interoperability is the third feature that Google has provided. However, in today's session, we just stick to the preliminary stuff. Okay, just try to get how this Google ADK is used. Okay, and over the couple of in upcoming videos, we will increase the complexity and try to see how we can use the other. But in today's session, we are going to stick to the basic implementation of Google ADK. Okay, now to understand this, I'm coming with, we are building one application that is called as a travel planner. Okay, so we will build the travel planner. In the travel planner we will have the two agents. One is the hotel booking agent and other is a flight agent. Okay, so we will ask a natural question and then model or the agent itself understand which agents to uh, use, and accordingly it will work, it will do their specific task. Okay, so let me open my VS code so that I can guide you how it works. Okay, so I already written a code, but it is very simple. It will not take much more of your time if you want to build on your own. So first and the foremost, please create your something like this directory. Under that, I okay, so before that, you need to create your own virtual environment, and to create your own virtual environment you just type the simple command, that is python -m virtual environment, and you can give any name, but I say .vnv. So once you create this directory. Once you open this terminal and run this command, it will create your virtual environment. Once done this, you need to activate your virtual environment. Okay, now I'm doing this on my Windows operating system, so maybe the command or the way it's a bit different, but the same way other operating system also follows with the little bit tweaks. Okay, so you can go to the script, you can just right click and just copy the relative path. Okay, and then if you come, sorry, go to the readme. Okay, and you can you can just activate your virtual environment. Once you activate your virtual environment, you can go to this path and just run this, and it will come to this virtual environment. Once done this, you need to install the Google SDK. So the command is pip install Google SDK. It will install the SDK package. To check whether the SDK is installed or not successfully, you can just run this command. So it will verify whether the Google SDK install or not. Okay, so once you run this pip show Google SDK, it will give the information about the package. So just let me shows, correct. So Google SDK 1.1 agent development kit and the location in this information. So this gives the confirmation that the Google SDK is installed. Now once done this, it is very important to create the folder structure. Why we require, you can write in one Python file as well, but to have the modular uh, architecture or the modular way of development, it is recommended you to create this kind of the folder structure. Now again another part, another reason to have this folder structure, so that you have this scalable development, right? You can have your each and everything is a segregated. Now I created this travel planner. Inside that I have this three files, .env, agent, init, and then these two folders, sub agents and the tools. In the sub agent I have these two agents, that is the flight agent.py and hotel agent.py, and in the tool we have the schemas.py. Okay, and then agent.py. I will talk about this for each file, what does that mean that, but please just wait for some time. Okay, now once this folder structure is created, now you can see the .env store the environmental variable, agent.py, it's a main coordinator, right? So once you place any request, this agent facilitate where to go, whether to call to the flight agent or where to call to hotel agent, and to analyze your request properly. Then in the sub agent we have these two agent, flight and the hotel agent. And in the tools, we are not using any external tool for now in this tutorial, but we are going to use the schemas.py. Okay, so in schemas.py we will check that we will have the pydantic schema, the custom schema, because when user place the request, we want them some specific information to be followed, some specific information that user has to do. So we will use pydantic package to define the schema, and then we will initialize the init.py because we want this travel planner act as my package. Okay, now before that it is very important to log into this uh, website to get the API key. Now we are using free limit, so you can easily use this. So please log into this URL, log in with your Google account, and you will get the API key. Okay, and paste these two lines in this environment file. Wherever this API key mentioned, just copy paste your API key. Now just let me go to this website. Um, and so I'll show you how to get the API key. So once you log into this API, okay, log in with your Google account, just then get API key, then create the API key. Now I have already created this API key, okay, but for you, please create your own API key, copy that API key and paste in the VS Code. Understood? In the environment file. Now this is done. Now the next step is to where we have the sub agents, go to the first, let's say flight agent. Okay, inside the flight agent we have this information to be uh, we have to write this code. This is a very minimal code and it's self-explanatory. So we import the agent, google.adk import the agent. In the flight agent, we write this agent. We have to give the name. What is the name of my agent? So specifically, name is very important because with this name, your coordinator agent and this name should be unique. Okay, you should avoid giving the same name to your multiple agents. So name should be unique because your coordinator agent use will call the specific agent based on the input that what user is giving. Then we have to specify what model we are going to use and the description. So my agent is going to use suggest the flight based on the origin, destination, travel date and budget. So you have to write the short description, the short summary that what your agent does. And then this is about the instruction that once what this agent do, what instruction he will follow. It means we will follow the rules, how agent must work, right? So you have to give the instruction here. Like here I have mentioned that you are a flight booking agent and coordinator will give the origin, destination, start date, end date, budget and the budget currency. And then you return the 1 to 2 mock flight option including and what output you want. You want agent should give this information that airline's name, departure, return date, price, class. Make sure the total price is within the budget. So it is a prompt engineering in short, right? If you guys are aware about it, you should follow the best practices about this prompt engineering and give the how your agent should behave. Not this, but you can also mention the tools. Okay, now here you have this some information, something called as a tool. Okay, so just now I'm not going to write any tool, but you can also mention the tool here. Okay, which tool you want. Okay, so there are proofs that agent uses sometimes it requires a tools, right? So for example, the flight, now this is a flight agent, right? So there are multiple countries has their own specific uh, central website, right? They have used the API services. So you may need to connect those tools or you may require some other tools for the calculations of dates and times. So you can add the tool here. Okay, so in this thing, but currently we are not implementing any tool, so we are just skipping. Okay, similarly, once this flight agent is defined, we are going to go to the hotel agent and same practices we are follow, like importing the agent. Then in the agent we are specifying name, model, description. And in the hotel agent again I am asking that my hotel agent will give you this information that where you wanted to fly, start date, end date, budget amount. And then it is going to return the suggest, like what it suggests, hotel name, then rate and the main feature. Okay, and we ensure that whatever the budget that my client has given, it is within the first budget. Now you can play with the prompt, it's up to you how you wanted to that, but I'm just giving some guidance the how this hotel agent look likes. Now once this hotel agent does, very important that, sorry, actually I have to cover this first before the I started with the agent. I have to cover the schema that is under the tools. Okay, you can define apart from out of the tools, but just for the moderator purpose, I have included the schema inside the tool where we import the base model from my Pydantic and mention this is the schema I want. That from where I want, what is destination, what is start date, end date. So I define my travel info class must have this information, right? This schema has to be followed. Now I have schema, I have hotel agent, I have my flight agent. I want a main agent which will direct. So once the user has given the input, it must direct the it must give the guidance to which agent to call. So again, for this coordinator agent, we are calling the same package called agent, but here we are also importing the flight agent and hotel agent. What is the reason that I will we will discuss in a minute. Okay. Now again the same method, name, model, and this is the description. I want my, this is a main coordinator, it gather the travel preference, queries and the sub agent. And here the instruction. What is the instruction? So I'm saying that your travel planning coordinator, your task to gather the information and all this. But note that you can just go through after this instruction how this prompt been written, but you note that we are passing one information that is called as the date. Okay, now here if you can just let me scroll down here. So let's say if any of these details are missing, right? Then for start date, if user doesn't provide it, ask you would like to use today's or specify the preferred start date, right? And for that we are using the today as a variable, right, in my prompt. Okay, so if user hasn't provided any specific date, you can ask the user, can I consider the today's date? But how my LLM understand what is today's date? So we are calculating the programmatically using this date time functionality to what is my today's date. So it will take the system time. And once this done, so these are the steps we are giving. What is the steps one, what is the steps two? So it's basically kind of, you can say it's a prompt engineering method to achieve the result. Then what is steps three? Once all the details gather, what to do? Then steps four, send this data to the respective agent. Flight agent, now my flight agent is for flight suggestion, my hotel agent for hotel suggestion, right? And then steps five, present the final results. Okay, flight suggestion, hotel suggestion, anything. Now we also have to give the agents as well. So we already created agents, so we import that, and we are going to give the sub agent is equal to flight agent comma hotel agent. Now once this agent is done, we have to give the root agent. So from where this discussion is going to start. So my root agent is a coordinator agent. So this is the very simple implementation. We have the agentic. So first request goes to the coordinator agent, and then based on the user input, coordinator agent will decide which agents to call, and then output is to be given. Now this is the very simple, right? Simple implementation. How quickly we have built the agentic application using Google SDK, right? Very simple. Now the point comes, how to run this, or what are the way if I want to run this program. You can use prompt, you can run Python here as well, right? Through the Python -m run the command through this also. But Google has given the very nice SDK to run this program. Okay, so let me just go to my board, and here it is about. So interaction interfaces. So you can run through CLI, that is command line interface. Even you can use web UI. Now generally you guys know that during any POC or any client, you can say implementation or client demo, we use Streamlit app, right? We build the Streamlit, integrated our thing, or we can use fast API, right, to integrate with our base, and then this requires a little bit extra time. But the Google SDK provides this is very flawless, you can say, uh, it is helping us, to no need to invest your time for building in a app in a Streamlit or fast API. You can just run this command and it will give the API. For the API server, it has ADK API server. Even you can use API based Python. So this ADK agent core, that is, you have this agent.py. Once you run this, you can through CLI, through web API, or through API server, you can interact. Okay, it gives automatically API things. You no need to write the extra core for this. And today we are going to use this ADK web. See, I haven't written any extra Streamlit code for this. Okay, so let's do this practically and see how it works. So let me so before run this, please you make sure that you are under this root directory, and I am writing this ADK web. Okay, now this will take a bit time to up. Okay, meanwhile it's coming up, guys. If you feel you like this explanation, you like, if you feel this is helpful for your learning about this agentic application, please like, okay, and please share this video with many, with your friends, with your colleague, so that it help me to make such a video, okay, to make such a learning video, more and more. Okay, so it's running on my local host, so let me open this app, web link. Okay, It's already open. Let me close this, but open new one. See. So see how it is good. It look like good, right? So it's already considered this is a travel planner, right? And this is message. Okay, so let me type my message. Hey, I'm Sai. Let's see what response we are getting. Hey, I'm Sai. I'm here to help you to trip start. I need some information. So see the agent itself is a intelligent, and it asking this information. I haven't programmatically written anywhere, but agent itself is able to understand what they how what is the purpose of this my application. So it asking some information, right? So let's say I'm writing in plain language rather than writing the systematic the way asking. Okay, so I'll type something like something I plan to travel to USA for 15 days, starting let's say 10th June. Okay, with minimum budget 2000. Okay. Let's see what it. Okay, great. So is asking, okay, I have some information to make sure everything is correct. Could you please confirm? So it is asking where will you be departing from? So I would say I want to start my journey from by India. Okay. Other than destination, it is giving. Okay, and wanted to visit. Okay, let's say what it is. Great. So budget is this, destination is this. Okay, and now I have preference. I'll transfer you to the appropriate, and it is transfer agent. And let's look at which agent it transfer. Now if you click on this, you can also debug. You can see where the function call is going. So content function response action. Okay, so it transfer to the agent. Okay, now let me click here. It transfer. Okay, I will. Okay, so it is transferred to the flight agent. Okay, so if you click on each and every point, you will troubleshoot from where your call is going, what happens in every call. So this is very nice feature the Google SDK has given, so they can easily troubleshoot. Okay, so let me ask another. Can you book a hotel for me? Let's see whether it goes to the hotel agent or not. Now it is transferred to the agent. Okay, so it is giving the suggestion 1 and suggestion 2, but let's see whether it is going to hotel agent or not. So text, so this is text, and yeah, it's a hotel agent, goes to the hotel agents. Let's say suggestion 1, perfect. Let's understand whether it's really booking the Ritz Carlton Newark Central Park or not. Okay, glad you like the Central Park. Just to confirm, you like a 15-night stay from there. So see, this way I think this is a fantastic with the minimal level of code. This executing very fine, right? I know that in realistic agentic application the complexity is very high. You have to integrate the many tools, but I think the kind of Google SDK is providing feature is fantastic. In upcoming videos, we will try to use this Google SDK with more complex nature of stuff, like we can add the memory, we add the rag based stuff like PDF or many things, vector database, we add uh, the toolings, okay, other API integration. But I think this is good for the starting. I hope you like it. If you like it, please like and share. See you soon. Thank you so much.